Hey guys, Samsung have given out invitations to an Unpacked event that's going to happen on the 24th of February. Now, normally Unpacked events are where Samsung releases or at least announces their new hardware, for example, the Galaxy S range and the Galaxy Note range. But this is a little bit earlier and it is happening at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. I believe there's only been one device announcement at the Mobile World Congress from Samsung before, and I think that was the Galaxy S2. Every other device has been a separate event, so I'm not quite sure what's going on here. This could be the Galaxy S5. There is a little indication in the invitation that there's a unpacked to the power of 5 here, which could be a little clue to that it is the Galaxy S5, but we won't know until the 24th of February, so it's not too far to wait, but it could well be it. Now, there's been a lot of rumors about the Galaxy S5, so I just wanted to go through some of those rumors here and tell you what I think, maybe some of the ones that I think are more true, or more likely at least, than some of the ones that are a little bit far-fetched. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I've got an image here that was leaked from a South Korean brokerage firm called KDB, and they're normally pretty accurate at giving out detailed specifications for devices before they're actually released. But don't forget, these are still rumors, they could be false, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and check them out. So we've got the Galaxy S5 on the left, we also have the iPhone 6 on the right, and definitely give those a look because those specifications are quite interesting. It looks like it's going to be a bigger screen that's been rumored for quite a while, but let's go ahead and focus on the Galaxy S5. So just like most Galaxy S devices, it looks like it's going to come in two variants, one with a 2.5 GHz Snapdragon 805 processor, the other one with a 2 GHz octa-core processor. The octa-core processor is probably going to be 64-bit. I'm not sure if the Snapdragon 805 is, but that's probably not going to matter too much considering it doesn't look like it's going to have 4 GB of RAM. It's going to come with Android 4.4 KitKat, that's pretty obvious. It's going to be around 5.2 to 5.25 inches, still with the AMOLED display that loads of people love, I know that. The resolution looks like it's taken a bump as well, and it's getting pretty crazy now. 2560 by 1440, that's a PPI of 560, which is pretty damn ridiculous if you ask me. You know, we had 1080p phones, people were like, we don't really need 1080p phones. Now we're going above that number, so it's probably going to look absolutely amazing, especially with an AMOLED display, so I really can't wait to check it out. The RAM is 3 GB. I think that's absolutely plenty for a device, even though, yes, it probably will have TouchWiz, which is quite RAM intensive, so it probably will need that extra gigabyte of RAM. In terms of storage, 32, 64, and 128 GB models, 4G, Wi-Fi, all that sort of stuff. In terms of the cameras, we don't know too much if it has OIS or anything like that, but it looks like a 3.2 megapixel shooter for the front-facing camera and a 16 megapixel shooter for the rear-facing, which is a nice little bump in terms of the megapixels there. Battery life or battery stats, it looks like it's going to be a 3200 milliamp hour battery, which is a pretty beefy battery. Just as a thought, the LG G2 has pretty amazing battery life, and that has a 3000 milliamp hour battery, so we could be seeing pretty good battery life here. But it's got a lot of stuff to power, especially the bigger display and the higher resolution, and of course the stronger processor, but they'll probably be a little bit more advanced in terms of their power management. Not to mention, Samsung will probably bundle loads of power rating sensors into the equation. So yeah, those are the rumored specs for the Galaxy S5. I'm not quite sure which ones are going to be true. I could easily see it have a Snapdragon 805 or an Exynos processor. That's pretty obvious. And I've heard a lot of rumors about the increased resolution as well. So those specifications aren't too ridiculous. There's also another rumor that the Galaxy S5 is going to have a metal body instead of the plastic build that we normally get on Galaxy S devices. Personally, I would absolutely love that because, you know, plastic is nice because it's light, but it just doesn't have that same feel as a metal device in your hand. For example, the HTC One, which feels absolutely amazing. But nonetheless, these specs are pretty mind-blowing. If you look at them compared to the iPhone 6 that's next to it, the Galaxy S5 on paper definitely wins out, but we'll have to wait and see. Resolution on the iPhone 6 and screen size looks to be bumped, but one thing that confuses me about these specs on the iPhone 6 is you can see the OS still says iOS 7.2. I would have assumed by the time it would come out it'd be iOS 8, but who knows. So yeah, there you have it guys. Let me know what you think. Peace out.